In a way, because that implies a different sort of perception. In a way, it's sort of quite. There's a preciseness and it's appropriate in a way that the quieter scenes were appropriate in.
Yeah.
So it's you're using the form and the content to mesh together, which is sort of what you want, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Could you flip onto the next one, guys?
What, do you want that one with the stagger bit?
Yeah. So the next thing is the cat leaps out of the tree, and he's, leaping around, kind of like, kung fu-tastically. So it took us ages to come up with this, and I say us because, Grant was literally over my shoulder while we were trying to sort this out, saying, no, that's not special enough, it's not different enough, it's not, it doesn't get the idea across. But he was really, he wasn't just a great help in getting this stuff sorted. I wouldn't have actually gone to this length had he just described it the way he normally describes things. It was because the pages of script for this were really, really sparse, because he wanted me to come over to his house or meet him in the Burrell Collection, which is the cafe in this museum, because he wanted to sit there and keep saying, no, Vin, that's not what I want, that's not good enough. And so it was very much a collaborative effort in a way that our work isn't usually, on the thumbnailing side of things. But without getting through all the other processes we went through, what we've actually ended up with is, again, it's just 2 panels, like in the last double page spread, and the top panel is the cat leaping and spinning through all these soldiers, and he's ripping them with his claws, and their guts are falling out, and he's leapfrogging over people and all the rest of it. But the scene of the soldiers, none of the bits of the soldiers come outside the panel borders. The panel borders are arranged in this perspective so that they actually look like, as much as possible, what I was thinking was that these are actually slices through time. Time's moving from left to right through this space, which is the scene that you would normally draw as a full panel. These are literally like doors, and the cat's flying through them, so the cat can always be outside and inside the panel borders because the cat's moving. The soldiers are always inside the panel borders, they're inside these slices or doors. It's like a corridor of doors that the cat's going through. But the picture of the soldiers, you can actually, it's probably not easy to see there, but you can kind of see it a bit down the bottom especially. Like, it is actually just one full big scene, so people can be lying across, like lying across the grass with, dead, and there's people falling over and getting knocked over and all the rest of it, but you only ever see slices of it.
They link up quite obviously, those first two slices.
They do, yeah, but as much as possible, it's meant to, when you actually sit and look at it, it is actually, you're meant to get the fact that it is just one continuous picture, but instead of seeing it through a flat screen like a window, you're seeing it through these slices that you're at the side of, that you're seeing in perspective, which to the cat moving from left to right through time becomes like a corridor of doors, and the doors or windows being little moments in this 1 second sequence. And then, sorry, on you.
No, I was just going to say, did you get to, was your first idea about that, about doing, lots of thin panels and having the cat leap?
Oh yeah, the first one was lots of flat panels, and it was going to be one full scene divided up by gutters, and the cat would be leaping about through them. So we'd already done that before, and it wasn't satisfying, Grant, at all. So after much ado,
we eventually come up with that. Was that something together that just sort of popped up?
Yeah, it was just one of these things. I suppose it's that way when Grant was saying, it's like slices in time, it's like windows, it's like moments, each individual moment, but they're all part of the one thing. And it's just constantly him saying, no, that's not good enough, and eventually it just eventually happened after several days of spending hours and hours and hours like trying to get something that was going to shut him up and get him off my shoulder. And then back to what I was doing earlier on, the bottom spread is divided up into different kind of sub-panels by the trees and branches and whatnot in the foreground. And you've got the tiny panel to the left is the forests in flames. The middle panel is the cat nonchalantly walking down to meet the other two, and again he's on his own because he's a cat, he's a selfish bugger, and you know what cats are like. And then Grant hates this because he just loves cats, and I always say they're sneaky bastards, and they don't love him the way he loves them. But so, and then you've got the dog and the rabbit together again, and then are we finished?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. And the rabbit's tail is broken, which is in a little separate panel again. So again, it's one panel. It's meant to look simple. He's going to join his friends, but it's arranged that way because if you want to look at it that way, it highlights different things individually. So that's it. We done?
I think we're finished there. We've just been given the wind up from the back.
No.
No.
Right.
We didn't get on to Superman. We didn't get on to Batman. Well, this is the height of the experimentation, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
So,
Okay.
well, that was illuminating.